Hey Beck, how's it going? How's that video?
It's going.
It's going? Like, is it going good, going bad, or
Going.
okay?
I
Do you
got
think you might
I got
need a
time.
break? Or
No, I'm just doing things. There are a lot of other things that are going on right now, but I'm working on it. It'll be done eventually.
okay, I'm just making sure you're all right. Working on something really hard without, stopping can hurt your
I
mental health and everything. And
I know.
I just,
Yeah, I'm aware.
I just, I worry about you, like, your parents have been trying to call you, like I've been trying to call you. You haven't seen the sun in like 10 days.
I don't I don't need the sun. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I, you need the sun. Everyone needs the sun.
The, I'm from Sweden. We don't need the sun here. That's not a thing.
Okay, that's your reality. Listen, I think it's really important for you to just take a moment and just, have a little break once in a while, because you never know, like you could be so entangled up in what it is, like
It's like
you don't have
this is
time to.
this is my fourth time making this. I got it down. I just need to need to lock in even more, and I'll have it done, and then I can move on to the next thing. I know what I have to do. I'm just gonna lock in. Okay.
Yeah, well, you keep saying that you're gonna lock in, but then all of a sudden you don't. So I'm just not understanding like what your problem is and why
I
you feel like you have to
got this.
finish this.
I have to. It's by now it's a tradition. I have to do the thing. I have to
I know
make
you
the
have
video.
I know you have to make it, but you have to also like be sure you take care of yourself first and foremost. So I don't know why you're making
Dude, that
such a
just
big
just
deal
chill.
about
Just chill out.
locking in. I'm
Chill
not
out.
gonna watch and stand by and let you
Chill.
burn yourself out because I
Just,
care about you too much. And I just want to help you, Simon, but you're not
shut
letting
the
me.
fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut up! What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I have to go right now. I'm getting calls. I have to go catch a movie. I'm a film critic. I'm trying to be fucking nice. You see, I'm trying to be nice right now, right? You're forcing me to be bad, but I'm actually doing a good thing. Alright? So just chill the fuck out, and I gotta go. Jesus Christ. Hi. So, I just moved to a new apartment a little bit ago, and do you mind? As you might be able to tell by the shadows here, I don't have a good lighting setup for anything yet, so we're just gonna do this PNG tuber style, okay? Next time I'll go back to a normal on-camera performance, okay? Cool. Before we get into it, I want to give any recurring viewers a fair warning. The number one pick isn't fun this time. Let's take a look at the previous top spots in this series. 2022, Everything Everywhere All at Once. 2023, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. 2024, Hundreds of Beavers. All these are very bombastic, intense, in short, fun movies. They were great times. This year is not like that. There are still some of those on this list, so please don't click off. Please. But I just wanted to temper your expectations. Also, real quick, here are some movies I did not get the chance to see this year for whatever reason. Okay. Let's start with honorable mentions. Things I liked this year, which for whatever reason didn't fit into this format. You can find all of these on the very website you're watching this on. In no particular order, Do No Harm, the real-time fandom of Kingdom Hearts. Not only is this a mini-series, but I am acquainted with some of the people involved, which would have made this a conflict of interest anyway. Jeffrey Epstein, Bad Pedophile, courtesy of The Onion. Sorry You Live Here, a travelogue documentary featuring fellow YouTuber Evasive. The trailer for Clips's Let God Sort Them Out, which happens to be my album of the year. This fucking video that the Sonic social team made, the public execution of Aubrey Graham, and of course, Kindness Luigi. Now, documentaries. After last year's honestly anticlimactic display of appreciation, I've decided to limit the acknowledgement of documentaries to films that appear in my overall top 20 of the year. In 2025, 2 films made that cut. First, there is Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, which was nominated for Best Documentary Features at the Oscars last year, and should have been nominated for Best Editing, TBH. A highly engaging tale of jazz and decolonialization. A highly engaging tale of jazz and decolonization. Strong recommendation. Second, we have Reas by Argentine artist Lola Arias. It is, as the Argentinians might say,
el único musical en español del 2024 sobre criminales y con representación trans que importa.
Had these been in my overall ranking, they would respectively be at numbers 9 and 11. Oh my god. Okay, fiction time. Here are 15 films that didn't make the top 20 in alphabetical order. The Balconettes, Black Dog, Cactus Pears, Dog, Man, Holy Electricity, The Legend of the Vagabond Queen of Lagos, The Life of Chuck, Lost in Starlight, Mickey 17, The Monk and the Gun, The Naked Gun, which is a separate gun from the one associated with the monk, One Battle After Another, A Real Pain, Sorry Baby, and The Toxic Avenger Unrated. Here are the 10 runners-up in alphabetical order.
Look! Bad!
Birds are a type of animal, and not what the movie Bird is about. Can someone please get Burial to release a score to this one in any capacity?
What about Australian
Childhood trauma.
This movie would have been a very strong contender for Best Needle Drop of the Year if the first time I heard the song in question wasn't in this.
I want you so much that I just can't resist you.
Shut up down there, I'm trying to be epic!
I'll steal it! No one will ever know!
Set fire to the town I'm in. Set fire to your boys and your kin.
Set fire to your car exhaust. Set fire to your pasta sauce.
I'm a eagle.
We are so fucking back, lads. Sweden is back on the list. I finally like the Swedish movie again. Ignore the fact that it's in Arabic and set in Cairo. The filmmaker and the lead actor are Swedish. It counts. Oh hey, I won the Guldbagge. Neat.
Oh no, he's hot!
You know, it makes sense that Mia Goth is the monster's love interest. Do you know who she's married to?
Good for her.
From the womb to the tomb.
Very loosely based on real events that happened around the time of World War I. This is maybe the most terrifying movie of the year. This is also low-key a local production, but I'll let the Danes have this one. It's their story to tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Come to Brazil has officially entered the building.
This won Best International at the Oscars last year, and while it's not what I would have picked, as you'll see soon, at least it wasn't Emilia Perez, so ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Take me to Snurch, I'll worship like a snail.
Grace Puddle is my favorite character of the year. I took my dad to see this movie and he didn't care for it.
You know, what the hell's your problem, Zsa Zsa?
It's a new Wes Anderson. Do I have to say anything else? Like, I'm a white cinephile. Of course I love Wes Anderson.
So here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm a Superman.
It's never a good idea to put too much trust in the head of any company, but I do feel like putting James Gunn in charge of DCU. That's a good choice. I got faith in this guy. Maybe believing in a major corporation is the real punk rock. Stupid.
Intermission.
Superman. I am a huge fan of DC Comics. I've been a bat head. I've been straight up bat-pilled, if you will. And I never thought I'd actually be interested in Superman. But I was like, James Gunn, he's been making pretty good DC stuff. Yeah, and I liked Guardians of the Galaxy, Herming and Hawing. And it was a really fun time. You know, I thought being so bat-pilled, I wouldn't like the whimsy of Superman. But I think I was getting my Superman movies confused, where they try to make Superman more like Batman, you know, in those like Henry Cavill movies. They made Superman like Superman, which is crazy. And if you're like big into Superman, you can get into it. If you're new to Superman, you can get into it. Sinners, absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, yes. I am extremely white.
I'm glad you're coming out.
I'm white, and I just wanted to say
I just want to say I'm white.
I'm white, and I just want to say I'm white again.
I think it's absolutely fantastic, and with the music and just all the folk lore behind it, a fantastic film that you can jam out to as, you know, people eat pussy and murder. I don't have a letterbox because I'm not gay like you guys. I'm gay in a different way.
Yes, you are. You're the gayest one here.
Yeah. Fuck you, boyfriend. I'm gonna kiss you. Oh wait, Wake Up Dead Man. Oh wait, that's the third one that I could talk about. Yeah, I'm not religious, but it made me feel something.
Lust.
Religious lust.
Yeah.
Relustion.
Lust. Ain't that shit that trans women take?
Relustion.
I like the funny talking man. Wasn't my favorite of the Knives Out. I think my favorite of the Knives Out is probably Glass Onion. Oh yeah, I also saw Fixed. That was certainly a movie of all time.
There's still time to switch out your picks if you want to put Fixed in there.
No, I'm good.
Wake Up Dead Man, of course, was really good. I was really looking forward to it, and it was as good as I was expecting. I love Benoit Blanc. I think he might be one of like the top 10 characters of all time, forever, all the time.
Yes, you're so correct.
I also thought he was hot in that movie, but that's neither here or there.
Amen.
Sinners, of course, was excellent. I was half in it for the vampires, half in it for like the whole cultural element of it. I mean, I am also white mostly, but you know.
Do you want to give us your entire 23andMe results right here? Just so we know exactly how to judge you as a human being.
I'm white and I am also native anyway. Superman. I went to see that with my dad's whole family because he's a huge Superman fan and he was really looking forward to this. It was a fun movie and a fun theater experience because I had all my aunts and uncles there and we all really liked it. Except for my younger cousin, but he's like a hardcore Marvel guy, so.
I used to be a hardcore Marvel girly back in the day before I became a guy. And also, like DC.
Do you want to give us a detailed breakdown of your gender identity, Snake?
In the middle of Zeds?
Yeah, I gotta put it in so we can determine exactly how gay you are.
Both me and Zed are gender fluid in any all pronouns, so.
Yeah, a Minecraft movie wasn't actually good, but it made me smile. I was worried it was gonna be completely unwatchable, but I actually kind of enjoyed it in a weird, ironic way. It made me giggle every now and again. I was like, okay. I also saw some decent documentaries about like actors. Pee-wee as himself and John Candy, I Like Me. Those were both pretty good. They both made me emotional. If I had to pick, I think my favorite movie from this year was probably Sinners. I'll give that the golden medal.
Number 3, Mickey 17. It's a really funny sci-fi movie about how you can't escape your problems by trying to run away from them. You need to actually change things. If you're running away from the mob's gonna find you. If you try to escape the catastrophe of capitalism by escaping with a billionaire to a different planet, the same problems that caused the Earth to get destroyed will follow you there. Number 2, Wake Up Dead Man. I don't know how else to say it. Rian Johnson did it 3 times. He created an amazing mystery with really fun characters, really engaging. Just go watch it. It's so good, but I can't go into details about it because of spoilers. Finally, for my number 1 is Sinners. I think the best way to describe Sinners is it's probably every single scene by itself you can take out of context and treat as like a short film. And it would probably win awards for being an amazing short film, but together it creates like an even greater whole. It's just an insanely good movie, and I have facial blindness, so I did not realize that 2 of the main characters are both played by Michael B. Jordan, so that was actually a bit of a surprise for me when I reached the credits.
Okay, Jax, go ahead. What movies did you watch this year?
I watched 5.
5? That's a quintuple increase, I think.
5th place, The Bad Guys 2. Smelly but hot women. Number 4, War of the Worlds. Technically, it's worse than Bad Guys 2, but it was way funnier.
True.
Number 3, Minecraft movie. It was better than War of the Worlds, but just as funny, so that's why it's higher. Number 2, Dogman. Not as good as Captain Underpants, but Dogmen are funny, and this cat has a bunch of emotions that I can relate to. And number 1, Wake Up Dead Man.
I'm gonna shout out No Other Choice. I saw that in theaters. It is Korean, right?
Yes.
It was really funny. A horror thriller, but it's also a comedy about a working class man who was like, I love life, I love my wife, I love my children, and I love my job. And then the job was like, JK, you don't have a job. And he basically goes about the movie killing potential applicants that could take his new job that opened up to have no other choice, as it says.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
It's a fun time. A lot of good camera shots and editing stuff in there. Then I'm gonna also pick Wake Up Dead Man. Honestly, probably my favorite of the Knives Out trilogy, because I was raised religious, so I understand the trauma and the drama. I legit just didn't know where it was going with it. I was like, how are they gonna, how is Mathilde Bruhn gonna explain this? And just like the beautiful man he is, he does. And I found the main character's arc really compelling. And of course, the cast is great, as always. And then my number 1 is Sinners, of course. I find it very transcendent. I will never stop thinking about that scene in the film where it's that one single shot panning through them all dancing, and it basically time travel happens with different time periods of African American like culture with dancing and styles of music, and then you also got the Asian representation of styles of music and culture. I find it just a very layered horror film, and those are the best kind of horror films where they actually do have a meaning and theme and they express it all the way through, unlike Weapons, which I don't know what the fuck Weapons was talking about, and Weapons was kind of poop. But Sinners is 10 out of 10.
End of intermission.
I brought up Neo Sora last year when I gave an honorable mention to Opus, which was the film he made documenting his father, Ryuichi Sakamoto's final concert. By the time I was editing that video, I had already seen Happy End, and even then I was pretty certain it would make this list. Neo Sora might just have the sauce. As someone who enjoys this slice of life high school anime, this is pretty chill and enjoyable for being set in an AI-powered surveillance state called, checks notes, Japan next Sunday AD. Huh.
I am a sentimental value.
I completely forgot to write a bit about sentimental value.
Stellan Skarsgård is fantastic, Renate Reinsve is fantastic, Inge Ipsdotter is fantastic. It's a very good script, and I think I get why people like Joachim Trier. This is the first one I've seen of his, but I did like it a lot. I kinda do have to stand this one a little bit, because I am part Norwegian. Skarsgård's already won a bunch of awards for this one. I don't necessarily think he needs the Oscar, but I would not be mad at all if he got it.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women. And sex with men.
We all are.
Basically, the entire creative team from Challengers team up again, this time along with Daniel Craig taking a break from playing Benoit Blanc, more on him later, to play William S. Burroughs, and Drew Starkey playing Jude Law, I think? In what is truly one of the situationships of all time. This movie, along with Challengers and the Suspiria remake, make a great case for Luca Guadagnino as one of the great filmmakers currently working.
If I hadn't known those in after the hunt.
Then we were God Hates Figs.
The Seed of the Sacred Fig has a lot in common with a film coming up, so I'll talk about it then. I'll just mention that Sohaila Golestani needs a lot more recognition for her performance in this.
Bees!
This is a remake of a Korean movie called Save the Green Planet, which I did see in preparation for seeing Begonia, and this is low-key better. I will say I do prefer this specific remake. You should watch Save the Green Planet though, it is its own beast. Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Aidan Delbis all do a fantastic job. This is my 4th Yorgos Lanthimos picture. I love The Favorite and especially Poor Things, but I was kind of underwhelmed by Kinds of Kindness last year. From this incomplete sampling, it appears to me that to fully enjoy a Lanthimos picture, I need an English-speaking influence to make it more palatable. Otherwise, it's all Greek to me.
Shorty,
Lily chose to be with a demon sounds like her problem to me.
Ha ha. Yeah, number 5. What you gonna do about it? You gonna cry? No, but seriously, I had a great time watching this both in the theater and online with my friends. If I was sticking with my accidental theme for the winners on this list, I probably would have put this on the top. Excellent acting all around, a killer score and soundtrack, awesome effects work, and a genuinely groundbreaking distribution deal for Ryan Coogler, which I am extremely skeptical of the prospect of ever happening again. I would be happy to be proven wrong. And very surprised. Go watch Sinners. It's on HBO Max, I think. Maybe it's Netflix or Paramount Plus by the time this video is finished. For all I know, Quibi could somehow return.
This is the end.
The End is an internationally co-produced musical, co-written and directed by Joshua Oppenheimer, an American director based here, most famous for his critically acclaimed documentaries The Act of Killing and The Look of Silence, neither of which I have seen, and starring Tilda Swinton, Michael Shannon, George McKay, and Moses Ingram, among others. Wow, y'all really don't like this one, huh? Fair. That just means I have to actually explain why I do like it, rather than just pointing it to how everyone else likes it. Okay, here we go. The End is about a rich couple, their adult son, a family friend, and their doctor and butler. They live in an immaculately maintained bunker in a salt mine, because the world has... well, you know. So they sing. They sing about how happy they are to be alive and together as a family after everyone else has died. Like 2 decades ago, the son has lived his whole life at the mine. It's fine. They're fine. They have priceless works of art on the wall that they can rotate between seasons until they eventually die and humanity ends for good. You can tell they're fine because they're singing. It's a musical after all, and in musicals, songs are a way to express what you can't say. It's a deeper truth than talk is, right? So if they say that they're happy, that must mean they are happy, right? And no, the songs aren't good, per se. No one has a fantastic singing voice by any means. This could be a problem if that is the only reason you would go to see a work with music as an element. I'm not saying you would be wrong for wanting that. You are allowed to want to enjoy something. And if that's why you don't like this movie, that's totally fair. Go watch K-Pop Demon Hunters, it's a good time. Then a girl shows up from out there. People have survived in the apocalypse for 2 decades while these guys have been enjoying themselves in the mine. And shit goes downhill from there. While they sing, they do sing. Songs are sung. It's amazing how little you actually need to believe, or at least pretend to believe, the opposite of what you desperately don't want to be true. It's basically a movie about the global north, about countries like mine, and statistically speaking, yours too, and the people in them. It's about people with blood on their hands, how they will do anything to be able to ignore the suffering they are responsible for. That's not even subtext. The father was an oil tycoon, and his only defense is that the other oil tycoons were worse. Wow, this is really, this is getting me going. This is hard. This is turning off my English speaking. Whoa. I'm getting more and more Scandinavian by the moment. Of course their singing isn't gonna be very convincing. The only one who genuinely believes they're good people is the guy who was born into it and has been told nothing but the good parts. It's a movie about lying to yourself until you can't anymore. Here I'm roughly translating from Swedish film critic Oscar Westerholm's excellent review in FLM. They don't sing to express what's true, but to push aside the only realistic outcome, that everything is fucked. They sing so they can push the inevitable end into the future until after the number.
There's nothing out there.
Back to the 1-paragraph summaries. Number 3.
Dead guy.
Wake up! I don't like this!
Welcome back, Daniel Craig. The third entry in the Knives Out series, created by Ryan Johnson following, well, Knives Out and Glass Onion, which had I seen it in time would probably have made my top 10 in 2022. I like these movies, and I think Wake Up Dead Man is the best one. Maybe this is because it tackles a topic that I have complicated feelings on, like a topic that is complicated. Rich people suck? Yeah, I mean, I agree, that's not really a hot take. But religion, being something that can both genuinely help people and be used to exploit them, I mean, that's not really a hot take either, but at least it's something to think about. Truly excellent cast, as usual. Maybe the best needle drop into credits of the year. Yes, better than Superman. And maybe the best use of lighting all year. Good job, Johnson and Craig. Keep them coming.
This is massive news for the unemployed.
No Other Choice is the latest from Park Chan-wook, probably most famous for adapting Oldboy. While I'm personally not as blown away by Oldboy as everyone else seems to be, there's no denying that this is a guy with some real fucking sauce. He makes some real movie-ass movies, you know? Like, this is the only movie that I went out of my way to watch a second time in the cinema this year, for no other reason than it's a good movie that I want to watch on the big screen again.
A lot of times where I fell asleep the first time, I don't see the segments, and it's literally different every time I screen.
I don't even want to explain this one, just go check it out. It's really darkly funny. And on the complete opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to spectacle and tone, we have... Sometimes the CAD jury does get it right. I have talked about Jafar Panahi before in the 2023 video, so I'm not gonna go over his backstory again. Let's just say he's Iranian and makes movies about Iran that the Iranian government doesn't particularly like. In this particular one, a torture victim kidnaps a guy who he suspects, keyword suspects, is the man who tortured him. And the whole movie is him and some fellow victims just trying to confirm the identity of this guy so they can dish out justice. People who are funnier than me have pointed out that this is basically an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Hey, you guys want to see something? What? I did something. Holy shit!
Whoa, you kidnapped Corman?
I don't really know what happened, okay? First I was angry, then I was drinking. Next thing I know, I'm following this guy home and forcing him into the trunk of his own car.
This was shot in secret and illegally, and it does kind of look like it. This is about as raw as filmmaking can get. It's a great contrast against No Other Choice in that sense. Let's bring back The Seed of the Sacred Fig. These are both movies by Iranian filmmakers dealing with real things that happened in Iran in the very recent past. And the Iranian government, like most governments, does not like being shown to be cruel and limiting to the people it claims to represent. The filmmakers have gone to prison explicitly for making the films they made, and are probably not made examples of only because the international community has given them so much praise for their work.
I say praise in the script, I do think I mean attention there.
As I'm writing this part of the script, the United States and Israel just started bombing Iran, which is not gonna make anything easier to resolve. As I'm recording it, it's actively war. The Ayatollah has been killed by the United States. Hopefully that results in actual democracy over there, but judging by America's track record, I am not super hopeful. And as I'm editing, Panahi has once more been sentenced to prison time, and apparently he is intending to return to Iran after the Oscars to serve that sentence. I'm not gonna pretend I'm brave enough that I would have done the same in this position. I am not. I am not a political scholar, but I do think it's wrong when people are oppressed, including their rights to free speech. I don't think war is the right way to solve it, but I don't know what is. All I know is that this movie, it was just an accident, written and directed by Jafar Panahi in secret and illegally in Iran, is in some way a reaction to the current climate in Iran. It's my fourth favorite film of this decade so far, and it's my favorite film of 2025.
What do you think of K-pop Demon Hunter?
3 stars. The 2025 Mars to Destruction 2005 award for Biggest Waste of Title goes to A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Nice try, Koganada. Get him next time. And the 2025 Blonde 2022 award for achievement in baffling filmmaking does not go to War of the Worlds. This award is for filmmaking choices that do not make sense. And every choice in War of the Worlds makes perfect sense if you remember that the goal was not to make a good movie, but to make a movie fast and cheap. No, this award is for filmmaking choices that in no reality makes any sense. And that is perfectly exemplified in The Empire. Seriously, look up The Empire and try to get through it. It is impossible.